Good morning. It's like almost 4 o'clock in the morning here in Arcadia, Wisconsin. Um, can't sleep. Insomnia is kicking my ass. Um, my name is Aaliyah. Aaliyah Hansen is my married name. My maiden name's Aaliyah Larson. Graduated high school back in 2004. Thought that my life was going to be really good. Even though back then my life was a mess. That's for another day. I got my diagnosis um, 3 years ago now. Um, so I've only been living with the, diagnosed for 3 years, but I had, the photosensitivity, light problems, and all of that far, far sooner. I mean, I was the only kid that couldn't be out at the parades, couldn't be in the sunlight, couldn't go outside and play, couldn't have a life. Still don't have much of a life. I posted that last video saying it was going to go out. I noticed I didn't really get any questions from anybody, so kind of still flying by the seat of my pants here. That night out was fun. The pain I was in the next day, I'm not sure it was entirely worth it. Still don't really feel good. I have that EEG and MRI on Monday. So I'm wondering if perhaps maybe that's why I'm not sleeping, maybe. Um I don't know. That could be it. Maybe ow ow ow, let me readjust. Ow. Um I I can't sleep and I want to cry. I want to cry because every night I sit up awake and I think about the fact that on the other side of my bedroom, if I were to dig it out, are graduate certificates and diplomas and all of this. I graduated top of my class in high school. I had a 4.0 GPA when I left. Even though I was the proud mother of two children and carrying my third. Um, I didn't get to go to college right away, which I now regret because maybe if I had gone sooner, I could have, worked the jobs I wanted to work, but that it it didn't work out that way. Um, I did eventually go back to school. Um, Became a CNA first. Worked as a CNA for quite some time. Took care of a lot of lupus patients. How ironic, right? Um, it's almost like fate. Um, I moved up from that and became an RN. Um, Worked as a registered nurse for quite some time at Gunderson Lutheran, the same hospital that I received my care at. Um, Ended up leaving that job before I was even diagnosed because I was too sick and too tired and I couldn't do it. I couldn't handle it. I would get my feet would swell so much that I couldn't even get my shoes on. My skin would crack open and I would bleed. I still have what almost looks like stretch marks on my feet, but they're actually tear marks where the skin used to split from the swelling. It's always a blast during the summer. People ask, why don't you wear sandals? Because my feet look like a road map. Maybe that's why. Anyways, um, couldn't work that for long. So I gave up and started working just menial $7.25 an hour jobs, trying to support me and three kids on that. Um, it didn't it didn't work well. I ended up having to try to work two of them, which just made me sicker. Um, I eventually gave up on all of it and all the abusive relationships I had experienced during that point. And I left the state for a while, joined a carnival, went out there and saw the world, came home and got the worst diagnosis of my life. Um, I wasn't going to let it stop me, though, from being somebody, from being something. So I went back to school. I actually still have the books. I was just a few weeks from graduating. I was so close. I could have worked from home. I'm sorry. I could have worked from home. I could still be dependent. Um my my beautiful gifts from God, Joe and then Wes, they're really what keeps me going right now. I've lost everything in a couple years span. Well, not everything. I've lost everything, rebuilt it, lost everything, rebuilt it, lost everything, rebuilt it. Now recently I've lost it and I'm no longer strong enough to rebuild it. Nor do I have the physical ability to rebuild it the way I want to, so some changes have to be made. Wes has taken to working a third shift job that he hates. Um, he hates it, but he makes almost $14 an hour. However, here in the US, after child support, federal taxes, state taxes, Social Security, and medical withholding, a $900 a week check turns into $300 a week. And don't know if any of you realize this, $300 a week is not enough to live on. Especially considering when you see this. This is unreal. I showed this to Joe the other day. This is my one med that I take. It keeps me from trying to kill myself. As you can see there, it's the Abilify, quantity, and price. That price is $2,070.09. $2,070.09. Can you believe that? Yeah. For one prescription. The one prescription that is supposed to keep me stable, and it's supposed to keep me from breaking down and having these